Edward Topsell's History of Four-Footed Beasts was published in 1607, followed the next year with his History of Serpents. And these were, in a way, the first modern natural histories of animals. Topsell's book primarily does include real animals, but he includes the dragon and other creatures that we think of as mythical, and even alludes to the possibility of their having been seen in England and Scotland.
Topsell's book is a collection of all the information known at the time about every particular animal. His descriptions of dragons are quite extensive.
He describes dragons with scales, dragons with wings, dragons without wings, and some with neither wings nor feet, and says that they are distinguished from other serpents by having beards on their cheeks and some sort of appendage on their heads, and that is what distinguishes them from other serpents. And he talks about them as if he has actually seen them.
Yeah. See it?
Where?
Hold on. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I see it.
Ah, okay, look out, I gotta move.
When you look at many of the ruins of the Olmec and the Maya, you see these images carved into temples, into buildings of their image of the dragon, which is a great serpent type of creature. Usually they have sort of feathers or horns around the head. They have a muzzle that sticks out, a big gaping mouth. And it's hard to know what the people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago were thinking about this.
I mean, look who's chaired this commission. We have Olivia, we have Ron, and now we have you. And people argue that John Bolton is too mean.
Auto insurance and up to 20% on your homeowner's insurance when you combine them with Allstate. And while you're there, remember to register to win a $1,000 shopping spree. Deadline to win on May 31st. And you have to put your own area coverage on your house. Not only do it, you have to visit Allstate.
For example, among the Maya was Kul Khan. They talked about this dragon. And Kul Khan was the feathered serpent. You often hear, for example, in the names of Indian war chiefs of the southwest United States or the southeast United States or of Mexico, the title feathered serpent. And this was essentially the dragon image.
The pyramid of Kukulkan dominates the landscape. During the spring and autumnal equinox, sunlight cascades down the western balustrade of the pyramid until it joins the carving of Kukulkan's head at the bottom of the stairway. This is just a fraction of the homage to Kukulkan.
A very common theme.
There it is.
See it? I love you too. Have a good day.
The plumed serpent dragon dominates the ancient cultures of Mesoamerica. The Olmec, the Mayan, the Aztec, and the Anasazi. But these are not the only cultures to develop dragons in the Americas. Dozens of others are scattered across the continent. And the belief in dragons is not confined to a single area, a single tribe, or a single dragon.
All the native peoples throughout all the Americans had the image of the dragon. I'll give you some examples. In the southeast, among people like the Alabama, the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Seminole, and whatnot, they had a creature that was called Unctena. There was a classic image of the dragon. If you go up in New England, for example, among the Seneca, there's a creature of myth up there called the Angut. And again, it's seen as a reptilian creature that can fly, that lives in deep wells. If you go out in the Midwest or all along the Mississippi, for example, widely believed from the headwaters to down, where it runs into the Gulf, is that there live these gigantic riverine serpents. We're talking about images of creatures 12, 20, 30 feet long. These creatures could fly, these creatures had horns, these creatures had, big muzzles and whatnot. Up along the northwest coast region, Washington coast, Oregon coast, Vancouver Island, British Columbia, all the way up into southern Alaska. The Indians in this area have a belief in a two-headed serpent, often associated with coming out of the sea, and is often depicted as having wings.
Why do so many prehistoric cultures believe there is something out there? Partly because they are hunters and gatherers. As they search, they find things, scary things, things that can't be explained.